Let's go now to some breaking news, a story we've been following throughout the morning, and we're getting new updates. You were with us earlier this morning. You saw a situation unfolding in Gladewater. We're going to go now to our reporter, Marshall Farmer, joining us from the scene there in Gladewater. This is the Texas Rangers getting involved in a officers involved shooting, or just in taking over the investigation involving this situation. One moment here while I pull up our reporter. Again, this is Marshall Farmer on the scene, joining us now with the latest details. We got a press release from officials giving us more details about the situation that you've been following, Marshall, since this morning.
Yeah, Hannah, like you said, we've been following this since around 10:30 last night is when that incident happened. And we just got a press release about 15 minutes ago from the Gregg County Sheriff's Office with more details on what actually happened during a police officer involved shooting at the Sonic location behind me in Gladewater. Now, according to that press release, we now know the identity of the person who was involved, the suspect rather. It was 43-year-old Amanda Allen. Now, according to intelligence with the department or the Drug Enforcement Agency, she was a known narcotics trafficker, and they had intelligence of that, and were looking to arrest her. Now, according to that, the same press release from the Gregg County Sheriff's Office, when they found her at 10:30 at the Sonic location, she attempted to evade police and used her truck and hit the Gregg County Sheriff's Office cruisers. And you can see that right there, how those trucks and those vehicles are right next to each other, right there. And during that, what happened after was that a Gregg County Sheriff officer ended up pulling out his firearm and shot her through the driver's side door there, and she later died at the hospital. So new information, she was taken to the hospital and later died from her injuries. Now the press release does say they attempted the life-saving, treatment on her at the scene before taking her to the local hospital, and she did not survive those injuries. And no other officers or sheriffs were seriously hurt in that incident. And the Texas Rangers are still continuing an investigation to kind of piece together all of the pieces.
Now, Marshall, for those who are joining us a little later into our coverage here, can you just kind of go through the big top notes of the update that we're getting this morning or right now?
Yeah, so what we have is, again, that a 43-year-old Amanda Allen was a suspected narcotics trafficker, according to the DEA. And along with the DEA, the Gregg County Sheriff's Office, and the Gladewater PD, we're all working together on a narcotics investigation. Found Allen at the Sonic behind me here at around 10:30 last night, and that turned into a gunfight from police after Allen attempted to use her vehicle to ram the cruisers that were on site here that were responding to that investigation.
All right, perfect. And again, we know that she died after they went to the hospital. You had mentioned that they attempted life-saving measures, but of course, this is the situation that we're at now. We know that the Texas Rangers are taking over this investigation, which is standard for officer-involved shootings. Do we know any other details on the investigation side? Do we know that the officers involved, will they be put on leave? What do we know in that aspect?
Yeah, and that's a good point, Hannah. So we do know that the sheriff that was the one that fired at Allen, they have been put on administrative leave. It was a standard procedure according to the press release, and they're going to stay on administrative leave as this investigation continues with the Texas Rangers.
Perfect. Thank you. And of course, this is a situation that we're going to continue to follow as we get new details, but we're still so early on in this investigation that we have more questions than answers. But Marshall, thank you so much for giving us this update live from the scene in Gladewater. Press release giving us more information about what exactly took place last night at that Sonic. Thank you so much, Marshall.
Of course, Hannah.
All right.